made a post the other day, and within that I put out there that if your relationship isn't making you feel fully alive or bringing you fully alive, then it's too small for you. And in that post, I shared how this was a personal experience that's happened for me in the past and something that I'm continuously examining within my current relationship. And so I thought to put together some of the warning signs. If you read that post or even hearing it right now for the first time, you're kind of wondering, is this me within my relationship? Or you might even have a little bit of a knowing that it might be the case. Here are some common warning signs. So one of the first ones is you're noticing that any sorts of conflicts or disagreements actually turn into bigger problems than being able to find any sort of resolution. And maybe closely related to that is conflicts or disagreements maybe never happen because we're not really broaching any of the important topics that we need to have. Another common warning sign is noticing if neither of you are putting any investment into the intimacy of the relationship. And you might in some ways on a minimal level, but finding that it's often going nowhere fast. Another really important warning sign is noticing that you're not able to really speak your truth, what's really true or real for you when it comes to your own opinions or your own needs. And along with that, not being able to express your true self. So as you're continuously discovering more about yourself, finding that you're unable to really express that within your relationship, you might almost hide that or only express that with certain people, but not your partner. And maybe one other warning sign is not having really any couples activities, meaningful couples activities, something other than household responsibilities or family life responsibilities, but some things that are more passionate for each of you. And so noticing an absence of that, where you're maybe even coexisting or having that experience more of like roommates. And so, if you're hearing this and you're noticing that you're checking off some of these boxes, the first thing with that is really just being able to be with that. A lot of people experience a great deal of fear when they're noticing that this is the case. And so it's really helpful and useful for you to be able to be with your emotions and first off really recognize that this is what's happening for you. The second part with that is being able to tune more into your longings, tune more into what's really important for you, what's really you're deeply desiring. And in a lot of ways as well, noticing your intuitions. What are your intuitions telling you about what's happening for you within your relationship? What's happening for you within your heart and what you really need for yourself? And so with that, you're wanting to be able to tune as much as you can into that, what's really true for you, so you can incrementally and in particular ways increasingly express this with your partner. Express it or communicate it, and it doesn't mean just directly having a conversation about it. It can be how can you more fully live yourself, the true parts of yourself that you're discovering in the company of your partner. And that can translate into the way that you're showing up, the way that you're expressing what you are communicating or not communicating anymore. And so paying attention to different ways that you can add to or take away within the relationship when it comes to your awarenesses about you and what does bring you fully alive and how you can bring that into your relationship. And in some ways it can almost be some experiments with noticing, well, what happens when I do this? Because quite often for a lot of us, as we're discovering more about ourselves, there is a fear of being able to express that with someone else, express that with our partner, because there is a change with it. So you're wanting to be able to do that more and more with your partner and testing it out, seeing how that goes. And the last part of it is continuing to tune into that longing, continuing on with your inner guide of your longing and of your intuition. So I hope that some of this was helpful for you. Feel free to leave any comments or questions as well below, and have a wonderful day.